So imagine this. You're driving a massive SUV down the highway. People move out of your way without you even honking. Your family is sitting in absolute comfort and you feel like you own the road. Now here's the twist. What if I tell you the 2027 GMC Yukon Denali is trying to take that exact feeling and make it even better? But wait, before you get too excited, let's be real for a second. Is this actually a proper upgrade or just another same car, new year, bigger price tag situation? Because let's be honest, full-size luxury SUVs are getting crazy expensive, and not everyone wants to pay extra for just a slightly different grille. So today, we're breaking it down. No hype, no nonsense. Just a real, practical look at the upcoming 2027 GMC Yukon Denali. And by the end of this video, you'll know one thing clearly. Is this SUV actually worth waiting for, or should you just stick with the current model? Let's get into it. First thing, design. Now, don't expect a complete redesign here. GMC is not doing anything revolutionary, but they are refining things. The 2027 GMC Yukon Denali is expected to carry that bold, boxy, muscular presence. And honestly, that's a good thing, because people don't buy a Yukon to look cute, they buy it to look dominant. Front grille, bigger, more premium detailing. LED lighting, sharper, more modern. Overall stance, still massive, still intimidating. From a distance, most people might not even notice it's a new model, but up close, the small refinements will hit differently. And let's be honest, if you already loved the Yukon's look, you're not complaining here. But if you were expecting something futuristic like an EV-style redesign, yeah, that's not happening. Now, stepping inside, this is where things actually matter, because no one buying a Denali cares only about looks, they care about comfort. And here, GMC is expected to improve things in a smart way, not a flashy way. You'll likely see upgraded materials, better leather, softer touch surfaces, and more attention to detail. Seating? Already one of the best in the segment, and now even more refined. Long drives won't feel like a burden anymore. Second row and third row space? Still massive, no compromises. And yes, adults can actually sit in the third row without complaining. That's rare. Cabin quietness is expected to improve as well. Better insulation, less road noise, more premium feel overall. But here's the honest truth. If you're expecting a mind-blowing interior upgrade, like jumping into a completely new generation, don't. This will feel like an improvement, not a revolution. Now let's talk about what really matters: engine and performance. The 2027 GMC Yukon Denali will most likely continue with the proven engine lineup. That means a 6.2-liter V8, powerful, smooth, and honestly, thirsty. You're getting around 420 horsepower, more than enough for a vehicle this size. Acceleration? Not sports car fast, but surprisingly strong for a full-size SUV. Towing? Still one of its biggest strengths. You're easily looking at around 8,000 pounds capability. And yes, that's where this SUV makes sense. But here's the real talk. Fuel economy? Still not great. This is not the SUV you buy if you're thinking about saving fuel. There might be improvements, maybe a mild hybrid or efficiency tweaks, but don't expect miracles. If fuel efficiency is your top priority, you're in the wrong category. Now, driving experience, this is where things get interesting. In the city, you'll feel the size, no doubt about it. Parking, you'll need space. Tight streets, not fun. But GMC usually does a good job with camera systems and sensors, so it becomes manageable over time. On the highway, though, completely different story. This is where the Yukon Denali shines. Smooth ride, stable at high speeds, and that floating feeling that luxury SUV buyers love. And if GMC improves the suspension even slightly, especially with adaptive air suspension, this could become even more comfortable. Now, let me ask you something. Would you use this mostly in the city or long highway drives with family? Because your answer decides whether this SUV makes sense for you or not. Let's talk about features and technology. The current Yukon already has a strong tech setup, so expect upgrades, not reinvention. Bigger infotainment screen? Most likely. Faster system? Hopefully. Better UI? Needed. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto? Obviously staying. Super Cruise, GMC's hands-free driving tech, could become more refined and widely available. Digital cluster, heads-up display, premium sound system, all expected to be there. But here's the honest part again. Tech upgrades will be incremental. If you already own a recent Yukon, this won't feel like a massive jump. But if you're upgrading from an older SUV, then yes, this will feel modern. Safety? No surprises here. GMC will load this with all the standard modern safety features. Automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, all expected. And with improvements in driver assistance tech, things will feel more refined and less intrusive. But again, nothing revolutionary. This is more about refinement than innovation. Mileage and practicality. Let's keep it real. This is a big, heavy V8-powered SUV. You're not getting amazing fuel economy. Expect somewhere around 14 to 18 mpg, depending on driving conditions. In Pakistan terms, yeah, petrol pump visits will be frequent. But practicality, that's where it wins. Huge cargo space, family-friendly, road trip ready. This is the kind of SUV where you can throw everything in and not worry about space at all. Now let's break it down. Pros and cons. Pros: massive road presence. People notice it. Extremely comfortable for long drives. Powerful V8 performance. Great towing capability. Spacious for big families. Cons: fuel economy is weak. No sugarcoating that. Not a huge upgrade over previous model. City driving can feel bulky. Expected high price. And that matters. So who is this SUV actually for? If you're someone with a big family, if you love road trips, if you want comfort plus power plus presence, then yes, this makes perfect sense. But if you mostly drive in the city, if parking is already a headache, if fuel cost matters a lot, then honestly, you might want to consider something smaller. Now, final verdict. The 2027 GMC Yukon Denali is not trying to reinvent the wheel. It's doing something smarter, refining what already works. And sometimes, that's exactly what buyers want. Expected price? Around $75,000 to $90,000 depending on trims. Expected launch? Late 2026 or early 2027 in the USA. So, should you wait for it? If you're planning to buy a Yukon anyway, yes, wait. But if you already own a recent model, upgrading might not feel worth it. And that's the real truth about the 2027 GMC Yukon Denali. No hype, no drama, just facts. Now I want to hear from you. Would you actually buy this SUV? Or would you go for something like an Escalade or maybe even a luxury electric SUV instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read everything. And if you enjoyed this real, no-nonsense review, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Because on Avengers Autos, we don't just review cars, we tell you what's actually worth your money. I'll see you in the next one.